I manifested $50,000 with God's grace, baby, because without God, this would have never happened. So we just gonna put that there. And it all happened because I wrote it down. I wrote what I want down, what I needed down, what I wanted to accomplish down. I kept my faith up and I made sure I worked towards it. So we're going to talk about it right now. So you're probably wondering, what do you mean by I wrote it down? Baby, I wrote it down. So when I say I wrote it down, I write down all of my manifestations, all of the things I want, who I want to become as a person, how much money I want to make, everything. I wrote it down. I've been doing this for literal years, okay? Since like 2022, around that age, around that time frame, okay, friend? And then I just made this one last night, and then this is another one. We're going to talk about this one right here. So this one says Friday, May 19th, 2023. And the reason that this one is so important is because I'm gonna take you back and we're gonna do a little story time, friend. Because listen, if this happened for me, it's gonna happen for you. I'm not more special than you. I'm not better than you. I don't have like anything over you. If it happened for me, it can happen for you. Okay? And don't mind my nails. But if it happened for me, it can happen for you. And I'm telling you this because I want it to happen for you. So in 2023, I decided to move my happy ass to Texas. I saved $10,000 and I moved to Texas. I was so happy to move to Texas. I thought that I was going to have all of these opportunities, these people I was going to work with, kind of like had my hopes really high, and that all came crashing down. Now, there were a lot of things that were happening behind the scenes as well that contributed to the fall of the Texas like stay. But you know, everything happens for a reason, and I only lasted about 4 months in Texas, okay? The whole time I was in Texas, I'm praying to make more sales. I'm praying to make more money, but it's like the sales stopped coming in. The money stopped coming in. And I feel like because of the things that was happening behind the scenes, it contributed to the obedience part of like not listening, not being equally yoked. And therefore, what I wanted to happen wasn't happening. So now I'm in Texas, right? And I'm like, okay, I can't stay here another month because I'm not going to have the money for it. So I need to use the money that I have right now, sell what I can, pack up, and move back to Florida. So that's exactly what I did in a span of 24 hours. Woke up, went to church, praised Jesus. It was Easter that Sunday, packed up the U-Haul, and drove all the way back to Florida. And mind you, I have that condition. I forgot what it's called, but you're scared of long drives. You're driving over bridges, all that. Baby, I put my faith in God and hit the road. Got to Florida. The ride was very smooth. The trip was smooth. Cool. Got back to Florida. But now I was homeless. I didn't have nowhere to live and I didn't have no money. So my best friend says, you can live with me. Don't worry about paying me anything because I know you're going to get back on your feet. And that is what you need to worry about. So I was like, okay, bet. Like my friend has seen what I could do. And so she's putting her faith in me and in my business. So I'm going to have that same faith. Okay. So she lived 4 hours away from where I had initially moved from and where I was going to move back to. So my guy best friend lived in that area. So I would go spend weekends at my guy best friend's house. And at this time I was dating somebody. So he was also living in that area. So I would go stay at my guy best friend's house, hang out with the guy that I was dating, and had opened a storage unit and made it into my business. I will post pictures and stuff here, but I made it into my business. So I would go there and I would work. I would do everything I need to do with my products, my orders, everything in there. So I would always have a reason to go there on the weekends. Even though I was dating somebody, it was bigger than that. I needed to go for my business, my money maker, everything that I worked so hard for, right? And the person I was dating was fairly new. So, you know, it was just like trying to juggle a bunch of stuff. I had got to my best friend's house, I want to say around April, right? And yeah, around April. So now I am trying to work, but like sales are not coming in. And I'm like, I need to start writing things down again. Habakkuk 2:2 in the Bible talks about write it down, plain as clear. I'll put the exact verse right here. You got to write it down. You have to write it down. We sit here and we pray all the time to God. I do. And we're like, God, give me this. God, help me with this. God, make sure this. God. Okay? He busy. Okay? And while he's listening to us and he hears us, he wants to make sure that we have faith and that we're actually working towards the same goals that we are talking about and asking him for. And if you ask not, you receive not. Basically meaning a closed mouth doesn't get fed. Sometimes I'm a little too vulnerable to even ask God for help. Sometimes I'm a little too shy. Sometimes I feel guilty. I don't want to ask him for anything. I don't want to ask him for help because I feel like when I talk to him, it's only to ask him for something. So then I strive in working and being better just to be like grateful. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? But God knows our heart. He knows that we mean well, but there's just a lot to juggle. We know that. I know you know that, friend. There's so much to ask for, so much to be grateful for, so much to do. And it's like, sure, if we work hard towards something, obviously we're going to see good results, right? But that's not everybody's case. There's people who work 3 jobs and they're still not getting to where they need to be. Why? Because they're not obedient. They're not writing it down. They're not sitting here listening to God. You know that little feeling that you get? That little inkling that says, hey, don't do that. Hey, that's not a good idea. Hey, stop that. That discernment feeling, it's like, damn, I knew I should have listened to my gut earlier. We tend to literally ignore those feelings so much, and we literally ignore the hearing, the voice of God sometimes. And you're probably wondering, like, how do we know? You can just hear it. Like, you know that you didn't just think that. Like, it's just like God came and was like, hey, don't do that. It's just kind of like your own voice, but it's not, if you pick up what I'm putting down. When we're not being obedient and we're not doing the work, and we're not writing it down, you know, how is it going to get blessed? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we can work and we can do all these things, but if we wanted to be blessed to the extreme magnitude, we got to write it down. We have got to write it down. As I just showed you, I have all of these that I wrote down, friend, all of these. May 19th, 2023. I'm going to read you what I wrote. And I also want to say that around this time, I was working my ass off in my business. I was posting every single day for my business. I was just doing my website, doing things for my products. I was working diligently, keeping my head straight and narrow and remembering the goal, okay? Remembering the goal. I attract money, abundance, and good health. I have great health and insurance. I'm at peace and working on myself daily. I attract an abundance of opportunities, sponsorships, brand deals, speaking engagements, and more. The end of May and June, my algorithm for cash and Sleepy Sis will flourish. I attract money. Money loves me. It loves to be spent and saved by me. Money will flow to me easily. The bills I have will be paid off with one brand deal. I will move into my own apartment and flourish again. Okay? And also, I had a board in my office unit that had all of the things that I needed to pay off, and also like a little manifestation. Okay? Again, this was in May. Still doing the work, still traveling back and forth, whatever. July 4th weekend, I'm chilling. I'm sitting down in the living room with my best friend. I'm in my pajamas. When I get that feeling, that hearing, that knowing, and it's like, make some content right now. I like to call it the magic. God downloads it to me. It's the magic because it's like magical what happens. And I tell my best friend, I'm going to go outside to my car. I'm going to make some content. So she was like, okay. So I go outside. I make the content. I come back inside. I get on live. And literally within minutes, I'm getting an order after another order, after another order, after another order. And I'm like, bro, what is going on? I'm panicking. So I was like, I don't want to keep like clicking into the app of TikTok because I don't want the algorithm to slow down. So I turned my phone off and went to sleep because I had so much like anxiety. Like people were placing orders at a rate that I've never seen before. Why do I wake up the next day to $10,000? $10,000. So I scream. My best friend runs to the room. Are you okay? I'm like, girl, I just made $10,000 from that video last night. Her and I both screaming. She's hugging me, telling me, I knew it. I knew that you could do it. I believed in you. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. Oh my God. I'm praising God. I'm like, thank you so much, God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So then as the weekend continues, I'm making 10,000, 17,000, 9,000. Overall, that whole entire weekend and month, so to speak, I made $43,000 off of my business, off of one video. That video got 19 million views. Okay. I ended up getting, I think, 2 brand deals that same month. I ended up getting booked to go speak at an event that same year out of state. I think it was New York. I got booked to go speak in New York out of state. Then I got booked again to go speak in California. You see what I'm saying? I was writing down everything that I wanted, everything that I needed, everything that I felt like I should be receiving. I'm not better than the next person or anything. I just know what I want. I just have my plan. And when I write it down, it's basically like, God, this is the plan that I have for myself. And I know that your plan might be different. It might look a little different. You might tweak some stuff, but this is exactly what I'm looking for. See to it that you bless it the way that you feel like it needs to be blessed, right? And that's exactly what happened. Listen to this. I end up going back to the apartment that I lived in before I left and moved to Texas. I'm like, hey, I want to just see what apartment units you have, right? And so they're like, okay, she's looking at all this stuff. She's like, then they're like, this is what we have available. And I'm like, man, I really wish that the unit that I lived in was still available. She was like, what unit did you live in? And I was like, oh, I lived in unit 1206. And she was like, I don't see it on here. So the maintenance guy, she calls him and she was like, hey, I have someone here that wants to go tour a couple of the units. She was like, do you know if 1206 is available? He says, yes, it's available. I hear him say yes on the phone. And I'm like, can't be. I went by before I came here and I see like trash cans in front of it. And he was like, we just cleaned it out. The guy that was living there, he only lived here for 6 months and then he moved out. He didn't even have a bed or furniture. He only lived in there on an air mattress, y'all. That's what the guy said. He just came there and basically just stayed there for 6 months and then left. And they were like, it's available. The same exact unit that I had just moved into. I went and I applied for it. At first they were like, oh, we don't know if we can give it to you because you still owe some money. I said, well, call them right now. I'll pay it. I paid everything I owed. I got approved the very next day. I was sitting in a hotel room and I was just internalizing what my life is right now. I've been staying at this hotel like 3 times now. And I hope this is the last time I have to stay here. Like the last time I have to stay here. So yeah, I have to get ready and do my hair and stuff and then head back to Lakeland. In the city, waiting, rocking back and forth, like, oh my God, like, am I gonna get this? And I'm gonna insert some clips. And I got the apartment. And I love that apartment, even though I don't live there no more. I love that apartment because that apartment was the first apartment that gave me my independence as an adult. We'll get into that in another video, but that apartment really just did it for me. So I got to live there again and I paid off what I owed in Texas. I paid off everything that I owed. I was able to hire employees. I was able to work full time, all because I wrote it down, all because I manifested everything that I wanted. And y'all, today I decided to sit down and count all the things that I asked for and how many of those things I got. I asked for 46 things and I got 26 of them. And you're probably wondering, well, why did you only get 26? Because I did not work towards those other ones. When I almost was there, I quit. When I was supposed to do the work, I didn't. I made excuses. I stopped being obedient to God. I stopped listening to him because I thought I was bigger than the program. And that's a mistake that I made. And I don't want you to make that mistake. You're never bigger than the program, okay? Whatever your belief system is, you are never bigger than the program. When you hear him telling you to move, and by hearing, I mean, you could, depending your gifts, you might actually hear him. You might get that knot in your stomach. You might get them chills. You know when you're not supposed to do something. Don't do it. Why take the risk and do something you know you're not supposed to be doing? What are you going to benefit from? Do the things you know you're supposed to do. Chase the things you know you should be chasing. When you get that feeling, when you get that voice, when you get that knowing telling you to stop, come to a complete stop and make a U-turn. Turn down the other lane. Because when you lack obedience, as fast as you got it is as fast as you can lose it. And that's going to be my next video. Because I don't have $50,000 anymore. I have $3 to my name today. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you how I'm going to get it back again. Because I'm going to write it down again. I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to work towards it. Because faith without works is dead. Ask not, receive not. I know my God is bigger than any program that I've ever put into motion. But if we do not apply pressure, we're not going to get what we're asking for, friend. And I'm telling you, bro, if you knew my life and all the shit that I've been through my whole life, why me? Why did I get blessed like this? Why do I keep getting blessed like this? And then you got to change the way you ask that. Why not me? Why shouldn't I get blessed? What makes me lesser than anybody else? Why shouldn't I get the things that I desire and that I want? We all live in the same 24 hours. We all have access to different things. Some people might have more access to things, but that doesn't mean that you can't make it there one day, friend. I'm telling you this video, you found this video for a reason. So tonight, I want you to do something. Go on YouTube, find Steve Harvey, write down 300 things. Steve Harvey, write down 300 things. And watch the videos that pop up and he talks about writing these things down. Listen to what he says, y'all. Listen to what he says. Then I want you to take a piece of paper. And if you can't write 300 things down, don't feel like you have to, but write something down. Write enough things down that make you feel good. If you write a bunch of things down today and then tomorrow you remember something, write it down. Finish it up. You don't have to stop. Keep going. Keep going and work towards those goals and watch it happen for you. Watch it happen for you. Okay. I love you guys. I'm going to continue making these a series because I feel like it's on my heart and it's super heavy to do so. So I'm going to make sure that I do that. I love you guys. Thank you again for watching.